Huddle up, everyone. Now, if you're like me, this 17-game season proposal was a huge surprise, and it's really going to change the game. But should the NFL actually do this? Now, the main question is, why is the NFL wanting to have 17 games? Well, that's because
it's all about the Benjamin.
I mean, let's break it down. It's greed. They want more money. That's the biggest thing. Now, let's look at the positives here. The players and owners are all going to get more money by this increase in games because the NFL is going to be mainly increasing revenue with the TV contracts, and then they'll get a slight bump from ticket sales. But the TV contracts are the biggest money pusher that they have. We as fans get more games to watch and an extra playoff game, which is normally one of the most exciting games of the year. And our favorite team has a slightly better chance of making it into the playoffs. And we get rid of one preseason game, which, let's be honest, none of us are really into, except for maybe some fantasy football reasons to scout some guys, or you're really into your team and you want to see the young talent. The concern is that if you're adding another regular season game versus a preseason game where the starters really don't play anyway, they're going to be playing at a much higher level in a regular season game. And that's going to cause more wear and tear on the players. Could this actually hurt the longevity of superstar players that we love in fantasy football? Like, our running backs don't last as long as they used to. Now, I am a traditionalist, so 16 games is what I grew up with, and I think it's the perfect amount of football, and it has the perfect setup for scheduling with 32 teams. And it's just enough football before I hit a football fatigue before the playoffs. That's the best thing about the 16-game season. It's not too much to keep track of. The MLB and NBA both have too many games to keep up with every single game that's happening. For fantasy football, I'm interested to see on how this works for championship week. Are we going to shift it back to week 17 championships, or are players going to sit 2 weeks instead of 1 week because teams are locked for the playoffs and there's no way that they can get the first round bye? Once the teams are done with the regular season, do we really want a possible 8-9 team to get into the playoffs to be crushed by the second best team in the conference? Now, the scheduling of the home and away games would actually be fine because the extra game would be used for a neutral site, which saves some teams on losing their current home game to a London matchup. These neutral sites are going to allow the NFL to tap into more revenue streams, such as in Europe or Mexico or wherever they might try to be pushing the game. This is going to give the entire league more money. Now, am I going to be upset if they go to 17 games and stop watching the NFL? No, I don't care what they do. They could take it down to 14 games or move it up to 20. I will still watch the NFL because I have loved it this entire time. Heck, I'm over here watching XFL games just because I love football in general. They can't do anything really to screw this up. Just please do not have a holdout for all of our sakes. What do you guys think of the 17-game season and an extra playoff game? Let me know in the comments down below. Hit that like button if you liked the video, and I'll see you in the next huddle. Ready, break!